tone. So without further ado, Martin Chuck.
So thank you guys. What's wrong here? What's wrong with this picture? If I was better looking, there'd be a few chicks here, I guess. There are none here. This is awful. Man, I would have, you know, if I should have told my mom, her bingo friends would have come along for sure. She always roots for me, so that's really good. Guys, golf is hard. Let's put our hand up, 5 handicap or lower. Anybody? Okay, 10 handicap or lower. The rest of y'all. Good. All right, so the rest of you in the back, blue hat, come on up for a sec. You don't have to hit. He's like, shit, I have a blue hat on? I didn't sign up for this. Take those balls for me. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do something. You gotta do it. Does that sound fair? Watch this. We're gonna juggle. Whoop, 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 whoa. Okay, so you're gonna take a ball, come on over here. So you're a bit more in this live video. Okay, I'm just joking. No, you're kidding. All right, ready?
Yeah.
So take this ball from your left hand. Okay, left hand, ready? Toss it up in the air and catch it. Oh, just catch it.
Oh.
Just catch it. Just catch it. Awesome. Now take this, while this one's up in the air, take this one from your right hand, toss it underneath the one that's up in the air. So left hand toss. Pretty good, man. That's pretty good. So we're gonna toss this and then toss one underneath it and catch it. Really good. So here's the thing with golf, guys, and coaching golf. So learning how to juggle. So I always start my golf camp off like this. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do something and you're not gonna be able to do it. And that's okay. But what happens to golfers? What's the expectation of a golfer? Typically, you can do something right away, right? You did better than most, gonna be honest. You're good, easily coachable. Toss it up with your left hand. See the rhythm of that, see the elevation of that. Toss something under it. Good, if we had more time, guys, this is how we do it. We would just toss it, toss and catch, or toss and drop, and that would be successful. You did great, man, I'm glad. And so here's the thing, see how he's laughing? He's having fun?
I know I didn't do great.
No, you did awesome. You did awesome. So the point of that is just to kind of have fun with the silly game we play. Let me get a glove here and start hitting some balls for y'all. Cool. So guys, I've got some fun prizes. I've got Ash, who's offered to come up here and take kind of a live lesson. Thank you, Ash. We're gonna talk about common things I see with, and I'm thrilled if you guys have questions, okay? Common things I see with our golfers. Oh, I have my little pillow to knock out right there, so let me do that. Let's take a look at that. And I honestly haven't warmed up, and I may miss. Let's see how we do. I'm super nervous, guys. Super nervous. That's pretty good. What, did I miss a little bit? Nothing from the peanut gallery? That's actually pretty hard. So, you know, what's interesting about this, and well, I gotta move that because they can ping pong back pretty hard, but you know what's interesting about learning? We finished our last golf school yesterday. We do 22 or 23 at the Raven every year. And so I've got a group that is my age and older, typically. I'd say the average age of the golf school people are 65. You know why I love those people? They have time and money. Those are my favorite people. Not gonna lie. So they come out to the golf camp, and learning styles are different, guys. In that, as soon as I put a target out there for people, guess what happens? A lot of the stuff that they're thinking about, all their technique pieces, all that stuff, tends to go away. Now, I'm glad I didn't do that first. I missed. So it's funny, like with the group, when I put something out there and we kind of knock the windows out, or we kick field goals per se, I find that a lot of folks do much, much better with target thoughts. Now, obviously, this golf ball has to pass through a little window right there, and I could probably, you know, aim my barber pole a little bit differently. But it's funny, it's like, you know, intermediate targets sometimes. If you have this goal where the ball's got to go, it's fascinating how our body responds. Now, I bet you when you suck at golf, because we all do, guess where you're living? A little too much in there. Can we agree on that? Yeah. So you guys, are you guys part of the Arcus? You obviously are. Cool, thank you. You like to come out and hit balls from time to time? Good. Does your practice, when you guys practice, there's some pretty good sticks and some good sticks and some guys that are wanting to get better. Do you break your practice into 3 particular pieces? Skill development, okay? Swing development, and then shot making. So here's skill development, guys. And this is the most memorable part of my practice as a kid. I'm from Toronto originally, 53 years old. My coach was a great guy named George Knutson. I met him when I was about 8. He started a junior development thing when I was about 12. A big part of his coaching was skill development. So you know what skill development is? Being silly, having fun, hitting goofy shots. So here might be a goofy shot, okay? So I'm a huge hockey fan from Toronto. My Leafs won last night. You could tell Tommy was from Minnesota from his accent. Here might be skill development. Maybe I can hit the goal post. A nice low one off the goal post. Okay, that's pretty good, dudes. Come on now. Nothing from the peanut gallery. I know you think I should hit every shot perfect, but I'm far from a tour pro. I used to have my day in the sun when I played 30 years ago, and now I coach knuckleheads like you, try to help you get a little bit better. Okay? Now, that was all. I'm like, holy shit, I'm on today. What else do you want to see? I'm kidding. All right, so maybe there's one that goes maybe a little low, again, under the goal post that fades a little bit. Well, gosh, what do I have to feel to do that? Okay, well, that was a miss hit, but it faded. So I'm not going to make believe that I hit it exactly the way I wanted to. Maybe I'm going to hit one that goes a little to the right and draws a little bit. And we'll talk about path and face and that kind of fun stuff. So if it's low, kind of what do you notice my body's doing here a little bit, guys? Where's my weight pressure? Maybe a little biased forward. Man, that's fun. You know why it's fun? Because now you're kind of living out there. You've got a goal. And when you live out there and you have a goal, guess what happens? Good things. When you live in your head right here thinking about 15 million things, watching my YouTube videos, getting all bothered up in your head, that's a problem. Now, how do you link the two? How do you link technique to outcome? Okay, that's a big deal. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just kidding. I'm going to tell you. Okay. So what's that golden bear's name? What was his name? Jack. I love Jack. Jack's the best. And it took me a long time. Jack said a lot of wise things, actually. A lot of super wise things. And one of them was 90% of the shot is determined before you even make a swing. Okay, what does that mean to you, buddy? Bay Hill shirt, pink.
Target.
Target focus. Okay, cool. I would agree. Cardinal.
Yeah, pretty much same target focus and where you want to land, where you want to.
Okay, so I'd say that's a good piece. What do you think?
What the ground is giving you, what your lie's giving you.
Awesome. So how we kind of assess what's happening before we make a swing. Fantastic. How about Nike dotted hat?
Yeah, I think just being committed to the shot you want to play.
Commitment?
Not just hoping that
Oh, yeah.
you get this result.
Plenty of this, please, God. Right? No, so all great answers, guys. How about this now? Let's add an element of that. Okay, hey, bud. Let's add an element of that. So I'm a huge fan, and I would give these out, but I don't give them out. I give them out to people that earn them. Okay? Magical keychains. I'll show you what they are. These things right here. Where is the darn thing? Here it is. Tell you what, that right there, magic. You sit this, you go to like a fancy steakhouse and put that on the bar right there, and you leave that there. I don't care if you have a key attached to it. They come a-flocking for that bad boy right there. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. So here's my point. I give that keychain away to people that earn that Nicholas piece. And when I do this routine where I show Tiger Woods beating the field by 15 shots in the 2000 US Open at Pebble Beach. Beats the field by 15 shots. That's pretty good. He's got like half the galleries following him. He's walking through the golf course like he's meditating. It's the most unbelievable thing. I watch the video regularly. You know why? I just can't get over how his routine is the same every single time. I mean, a friend of mine, has anybody heard of Scott Fawcett, Decade Golf? Anybody heard of that? Yeah, so Scott's a friend of mine. Very good player in his day, still a very good player. Probably has a crack on playing the Champions Tour. Studied Tiger Woods in that tournament. So Tiger wins by 15. Who was second? Anybody remember? Who cares? Okay, it was Ernie Els by 15. How about your second place, win a fat check, you lose by 15? He'll take the money, he needs jet fuel, right? But he lost by 15 shots. Now here's the cool thing about what Tiger did. Every single shot, you guys, check it out. And he walking his merry way. So for 4 rounds of golf, every single shot that he made a full swing, because this is a full swing discussion, not a greenside stuff discussion, he had a plan, okay? You guys want to get way better? Have a plan. Let me explain what you saw there. I don't think you saw what I saw. And as a coach of doing this since I was 16 years old, I guarantee you don't see what I see. I want to help you see what I see. I want to help you understand what Nicholas is explaining. Because you guys all had great answers, but there's way more meat to it than that, okay? So now watch. Nicholas, genius, what's this called right here, guys? Intermediate target, okay? So he'd always take what we call a priming swing. And you've seen guys, Alex Noren, Acorn Hands himself, Tiger Woods, Justin Rose, Jason Day, you name it. Guys with elaborate looking primer swings, funky looking things that they don't actually do to a golf ball. Can we agree? You've seen those, right? What Spieth is doing this layoff move now to give him a sensation where the club head is. Obviously working. Missed the cut at Augusta, won the next week. Okay, missing the cut at Augusta is no shame because the greens, I've been there a couple times. It's the most ridiculous. Go putt on a marble something and tell me how you do. Like if you have just like 1 ounce too much coffee, you'll miss the cut by 15, never mind by 1 or 2. So missing the cut at Augusta, no shame in that, okay? You want him to do well because he's a great kid and he's exciting to watch. But you see these primer routines. So Tiger's was interesting, okay? He made the cut. That was amazing. Here's one of our Jason McGee from here, a really good player and teaching pro, club pro from Phoenix, recorded a video of Tiger on the 16th. Did you guys see that? Yep. Cool. So on his Insta, he puts Tiger doing this little, we'll talk about this. So what did I do? What did you see? What did you see? What did you see? Thunderbird, what did you see?
Well, just a motion that you want to do.
Lovely. Okay, you saw motion, right? You saw a rhythm. We're going to talk about that quite a bit. Now, you see other pros do other things. How about like extremely over-the-top swings? You see those pros do those? You do, right? I mean, but every amateur doesn't want to do that, agreed? Every amateur doesn't want to be over the top. So please remind me, Raven Phoenix hat, remind me, because I don't want to lose that. I'm old. Too much sun, I'll forget. But here's my point, guys. This is the meat of what Nicholas said, okay? Watch again as I verbalize what's happening here. So as I hit a shot that kind of runs through the uprights over there, okay, I'm going to hit like a pushy draw, or maybe I miss, that goes kind of lands. I'm aiming at the air traffic control blob out there behind the trees. Some of you can probably see it, some can't. But as I do this, now what am I doing? I'm scanning up the shaft real quick to look at an intermediate target. I've got it right there. Perfect. It's my spot. It's my spot for what? What am I aiming? My face. Walk in here, and I'm going to take great care to do this, guys. Show you this about something interesting too. So this is Tiger Woods in 2000. This is Tiger Woods now. He beat the tar out of everybody holding the club with his left hand walking into the ball. And somewhere he changed to his right hand. Don't know why. Called Hank Haney. I said, Hank, why did Tiger change? He goes, I don't know. Never noticed. I'm like, I watch this video all the time, I noticed. It's unbelievable. So the guy beat the world by a ton with his primer move that looked like this, guys. Is that a full rip? Is that even close to the speed he's about to swing at? He's way faster than me. You know what my record is for the 100-meter dash? 80 meters. Okay, so Tiger's way faster than me, but watch. So it's primed. Now what, guys? We're looking at this intermediate target. That's the only thing I'm interested in the moment. That. Little piece of grass up here. I'm a little too far away from my work. Hands get paired. Triangle gets built. Lead arm is structured, guys. Trail arm is softer. Okay, there's a lot that just happened there. Did y'all pick it up? Okay, put your hand up if you suck at golf. Okay, good. We all suck at golf. Now, for the people that really suck, put your hand if you really suck at golf. Thank you. Okay, for you really suckers at golf, watch. Okay, this is big. Okay. If you guys can just walk into this shot, build this triangle, what do you notice? This is comfortably long. Tricep kind of makes an arm go straight, agreed? Or it can be soft. You can be like the people that come to my driving range and take golf school lessons. How reliable is the weight of this club swinging around? This might feel good. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it might feel good. I'm not interested in you feeling good, okay? You don't build mechanics through feel. You don't build mechanics through feel, you build feel through mechanics. Do mechanics feel good, guys? Sometimes no. You know what people say to me that are terrible golfers? God bless them, I love them, but they're check cashes, okay? They say to me, Martin, this feels really bad. And I say, you shoot 100. I don't care. You're physically capable of shooting 85 or 80. And wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would be nice, but this grip change feels weird, Martin. Or man, I don't know, this feels really weird. That's craziness to me. And I have that resistance every single week. Anyway, I get on a tangent, I apologize. Let me finish with my Nicholas quote, my Nicholas story, my Tiger story. So as you watch this a little differently now, what am I building right now, guys? I'm building the possibility of success. Watch this face. Take a look. Set this feet. What's this called, guys? What's it called? Come on. A waggle. Who waggles? Who waggles here? You waggle? Good. You waggle? Good. I'm not afraid to admit it too. We can waggle. Put the weight of the club rhythmically in your hands. Here's what I see all the time from people. Club on the ground. Maybe they aim fine, maybe they don't. Triangle of the arms, and then I see a lot of this. I see a lot of relaxing, real easy like. Supposed to be soft in golf. Can't have tension. That's what everybody says, right? Can't have tension. Baloney. You can have tension, you can have appropriate structure in your body. I'm standing up, I have tension, or I'd be a blob on the ground. So you see what I'm saying, you guys? You got to learn how to walk into a shot with a purpose. And as you're walking into it, you're building possibilities for success. So watch again. Maybe you see it a little differently now. Because I guarantee you, in whatever you do in business or in your hobbies and things, you see things differently the more experienced you get at it. I built my lead arm. Trail arm's kind of soft. I assure you the golf club's really not being too choked in my hands. Ball location, a little waggle, some readiness. My brain is thinking target, target, target. Okay, golf ball gets collected, and of course you got to do the nice spin and holster the golf club. As a coach, you know, me and my team are down there every week, Wednesday through Friday, do a golf camp. It's a blast. I have a hysterical time. You can tell I poke fun. I tease people because they deserve it. Okay, my team does. We have a good time. You know what I see too? This. You've watched me hit a couple shots so far. And we'll talk about other things. I'm happy to take questions. Here's what I see a lot of. I don't see this, by the way. This is how they earn a keychain, and everybody does by the end of the camp. Some people have it the first day. So they're going to hit a shot. What is that? What is that? Raking and hitting. Put your hand up if you have an interlock grip. Put your hand up. Okay, half of you? Okay, good. You know what I see, guys? Interlock grips, to me, tend to be problematic for a lot of peeps. You know why? Because when people kind of link their hands together, they take that as a form of success. Hey, I'm doing something right. Okay, and that's something right. Even a newbie can come see me. You know, the lovely Bree could come take golf lessons over there. She come take a lesson, right? And I don't care if, unless she was born in a vacuum, people have an idea of what their club has to do and how they have to put their hands on it. So when you come back to this whole 90% setup thing, watch this again, okay? When you see me build my left hand and pair my right hand, where's my elbow aiming, you guys? Assuming I was hitting one that way. A little bit, huh? Okay. Am I in here like this? Because again, that's comfy. If it's all about comfy, here I am. Okay, and so you know what happens if I'm comfy and I energize this like any kind of athlete and I get to impact? Where's my face pointing? Yeah, right of Rush Limbaugh. Okay, it's right. All right? So now what am I going to do, guys? If my face is going to be delivered wide open, what do you think I'm going to teach myself to do? Yeah, I'm going to do something where I come over the top to make the ball go, you know, more to the left. Fair enough. How about I try to buy some time to hang back and maybe add the opportunity to square the face? Do you ever hear anybody say, you know, Martin, what are you laughing about? Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Okay. You ever hear people say, man, I didn't get through that shot? Anybody guilty of saying that? Yeah? I always say to those people, you weren't prepared prior to that shot. Okay, so let's talk. Do you understand the whole setup stuff, guys? Any questions before I kind of move on from that? Because it's huge. I know we kind of glaze over. You're like, yeah, I get the setup stuff, Martin. Yeah, I get it. What's next? Give me the real goods. Question.
Yeah, I'm kind of still curious about the right hand versus left hand. Like, do you ever,
Oh, as far as the grip.
yeah, like,
Thank you. Okay, thank you for stopping me, okay? Because you can see I forgot my notes. What?
like with the Tiger, how he switched, like that sort of.
Oh, yeah, so honestly, like, Foley's a friend of mine, Hank's an acquaintance of mine, and who else? Como's a friend of mine, and I haven't asked Foley, and I could text him right now. My phone's recording this, or I would. I'd asked Como, but Como had him after he changed. And so somewhere in there was a Hank thing. I don't know why he did it. You know, I tell you, my guess is this, okay? So when Tiger hit it in trouble, he was amazing at escaping trouble, right? So I always saw Tiger, like when he hit in trouble, he was always kind of looking at the target, kind of doing something as though he was forecasting the feel he sort of wanted with the club. You know, so my guess was that, you know, that's probably why. Like I'd say it's a 50-50 shot, tour players. Now for the campers that have poor preloaded left arms, which I'll talk about, and a kind of a weak, comfy grip, I make them, because, you know, I got you sequestered for 3 days, okay? Good food, golf, and me, right? I have you sequestered. I kind of make them preload their left arm. I make them pre-grip it in their left hand, and I make them get the grooves vertical. And that's where I get them to start in this kind of, you didn't know, and I didn't do it on purpose, but every time I stand back there, I'm standing exactly on my target line, or really my start line, because I don't always start it straightish. I might hit a big curve on purpose because I want to avoid OB or avoid a lake, or just do something where it gives me a bit more insurance to get my ball on the golf course somewhere where I get to hit it again. Okay, and remind me of that one too. Don't try to hit it straight all the damn time, please. The worst thing you can do to play good golf. Okay, so back then, Tiger grew up doing this. Why he changed, I've never met the guy, oddly enough. I know a ton of guys who are good friends with him and they like him, and I've never met him in my years. So I'm gonna figure it out though one time, okay? You keep ping me on Instagram, I'll have an answer for you by the end of the week. Okay, I promise. So that bugs me. Now back to this grippy stuff. Most people are taught to play golf by some well-meaning uncle or their father who shoots 85, or somebody who says, hey, come on, you'll like it. Hey, you gotta put your hands together like this. And there's some sense of success by putting your hands together webbing to webbing, right? Well, the problem when you do that, you guys, okay, is that the webbing to webbing doesn't really allow your trail hand, your right hand, to get on the club nicely. I don't want your right thumb to be something that's in the way, or a fulcrum for the grip that holds the grip up here, because it's gonna hurt and you're gonna tear the skin off your thumb eventually. Some of you know what I'm talking about already. If you have enough balls, it'll just become like a pad, like a dog foot, after a long time, okay? I'd rather this club rest nicely in a knuckle. I've got a great video. Some camera guy with one of those long Canon lenses was at Pebble Beach, and he's standing at the corner of the dog leg with this massive, impressive camera, taking pictures from about 250 away. As pros are standing there, there's the ocean, they're hitting their driver hopefully there, and he took a bunch of guys at the top of their swing, right? So scroll through my Instagram to see this, because it's impactful. So you see every great, well, I shouldn't say they're all great, but everybody looks like this at the top. The club's sitting nicely, the thumb's a bit of insurance, and guess who you see that's not? Who's that? Jordan Spieth. Okay, now Cam McCormick's a good dude. I call him a friend. You know, he inherited a lot of the stuff that he tried to coach, you know, Jordan Spieth through, and what am I going to take away from that amazing player? I think he's an amazing competitor. Honestly, like a club, when I see a guy, when I look at student grips, like these are old, man. I've had these clubs 2 years. I've hit plenty of balls with these clubs. If you look at these grips, they're not worn out. Why are they not worn out? They might be, it's time for new ones because they oxidize, but why are they not getting shredded, guys? Because they're not moving around in my hands. It's because I'm holding tightly? No, it's because they're finding a place where they can come to rest every time without rubbing around, without creating I've seen people where I've seen the steel. This has fallen through their hands so many times. I've seen the steel. You're giggling, but it's a fact. And then here's the beauty of it. They're not very good. I discuss it. I show pictures. I try to present my case. Your Honor, here's my facts. This is, OJ's guilty, Your Honor. Here you go. And they're like, nope, can't do it. Doesn't feel good. I'm comfortable in my way of shooting, you know, whatever. Lovely guy in the golf camp this week. Here was his grip. What do you think he did? Do you think he hooked it? He didn't hook it. He took it back here, cupped the daylights out of it, and could have had 0 time. I wanted to bring one of my fancy machines out today to show you. It's called my Dedit machine, okay? A Dedit machine, it's really called the Reflex Arc. My crazy friend from back east made this invention. One of my golf pro buddies would do this with juniors. He'd stand out of harm's way. He'd have the junior right over here, and the junior would be kind of posed like this. This is fun, by the way, super fun, okay? The junior would be posed like this, and the pro would go, and then whap. And pretty soon, you tell you what it does. It gets people to kind of go, what am I doing there, guys? Sure, but not only that, see this loading? Quads getting fired up here. This is me at a wedding, okay? It's my one dance, okay? My quads loading, and then I'm ready to hit it. So you see what that's presenting to a kid? You don't have to even say a word to a kid. My son's a really good little golfer, plays tournaments. His swing will be a great swing the rest of his life. I don't care what he does in the game. He'll always be a pretty good golfer. He'll shoot 80 or better the rest of his life because he's got responsive events and a decent grip. Now, he might really putt bad and chip poorly that day and shoot 82, but he's staged to be a good golfer. And I don't even care if he plays golf. He plays ice hockey every day, okay? But the point is, like, when you start to train in these things, and the Dedit guys, watch this. Okay, Ash, you ready? Count for me. Count. You can start and just, 1,000, nice and loud. Okay, so how much of that from backswing to strike, guys, was a part of Ash's counting? Wasn't even 2. It's actually, I know because I have a silly machine. 1.06 seconds is my golf swing. Okay, and I'm slower than a tour player.
90% is what you do. Everything before the swing.
Amen, brother. So how much time, thanks for joining us, bud. How much time do we have to have a lot of thoughts in that Dedit, I call it? And the reason it's Dedit is because the machine goes Dedit, and I can set it at whatever I want. I have this little app, and I can mess with you. I can put it on Tiger Woods Dedit, which is way faster than mine. The ball's like gonna disturb somebody over there. It literally shoots a ball at you. And so here's the thing, I can hit it pretty much every time, pretty regularly. It's a moving golf ball, guys. Why can I hit it the same every time? What does everybody want to, when they come to a golf school, what do they desire?
Consistency.
Thank you. Consistency. I don't know what the hell that is, but here's what you can do to be consistent. You can have the soft skills. What can you really control, guys, about golf? You. That's it. That's all you can control. The golf ball, you're going to get one of three outcomes: good, bad, or indifferent. That's it. Can you live with yourself if you have bad? Because if you can't, go play checkers. Because, man, you're going to get a lot of bad in golf. I don't care how good or bad you are. Now, indifferent. Ooh, I love living in indifference in golf. I love me a little Healy driver that goes down the middle, maybe 15 yards short of a perfect one, that I get to be, I'll take that. And I love it when a 15 handicapper complains about the toe hook that slings out their beauty and is in play. Like, dude, I'd buy that in a second. Are you kidding me? Matt Kuchar said, I play pretty well because I have a high tolerance for indifference. I would say so. Doesn't get too mad at himself. It's not like he's the most talented golfer out there, but that guy sure goes to the ATM machine. Should have paid that caddy more, by the way, in Mexico. Okay? But you kind of see where we're going with this, guys? Now, as a coach, the golf's like my golf camp, it's easy to identify technical stuff. Super easy. Ash, are you ready, my brother? Come on up, hit a couple balls. Put your hands together for Ash. Okay. Watch Ash get up and just do a stripe show for us. I had this kid, look out for this kid, Eden Choi, 15-year-old kid from Northern Cal. Him and his old man come out for the day. Sorry, Ash, I'm a storyteller, bear with me, okay? The kid comes out for a lesson. I have no idea who the kid is. It's like, okay, let's go play we go jump on 15, 16, 17 early in the morning before the groups get out there. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Junior Hogan. He hit it like easily as far as me and better than me for 3 holes. I'm thinking, what? Then I Google him real quick. You know, a kid hits it that good, you Google, 6th ranked 15-year-old in the country who's already beat kids older than him in national tournaments. Like, pretty impressive. You know, why are you here? Well, I like your videos, I blah, blah, blah. My dad, this and that. Dad didn't golf. So this kid didn't miss. But you know what he didn't have? So as I'm watching him play, and just in awe of how good he was, because he was amazing, I'm like, this guy's routine is not, it's not like a Tiger, it's not like a Jack, it's not like a Greg Norman, it's not like a Palmer. He didn't have a rhythm of routine, guys. Do you want to be sort of comfortable hitting shots in front of people like you, or in the horse race in the member, or in the member guest, or the club championship, and not walk in after 5 holes? I was a club pro for 16 years. You know what the 20% club was? The 20% of dudes who walked in after 5 holes. Which is all right, whatever. You got other things to do. You're on your way to an 85. You're not going to win the club championship. Go garden. Go paint the fence or something. Okay, you're giggling because you know, right? Everybody, it just happens. Why can some guys go play golf and be okay with it? And just be torn up? And I call golf going to war without dying, because that's what it is. You're going to war with you without dying. Can you put a routine in place where you're a bit more peaceful and the ball can get in the way and you can let yourself perform a bit? Isn't that nice? Isn't that what we want? Heck yeah. Okay, Ash, hit a few. Let's see what you got, man. Hit them. You just hit them, baby. So real quick, sizing up Ash. He's in good shape. Young man. Got really thick hair. I'm jealous. Little things I notice. Ash. Would you take that all the time, Ash? Yes, pretty good, right? So, like, obviously speedy. Good speed. Let's see what we got there. Let's see here, Ash. I'm going to just look at some digits here on you real quick. Hit a couple more, pal. I'm going to tell you where this TrackMan, you see the, control station between the trees? Mm-hmm. That's kind of your 0. That's your target line. Okay. Well, hit the target. Hey. So now, I bet you if he had a whoop on right now, you know what would happen? His heart's going brrr, ripping up because he made a boo-boo in front of y'all. Okay, I used to play for a few years. I luckily played in front of a few crowds. I hit some terrible shots in front of crowds, and all of a sudden, oh shit. What saves you from that, guys? Coming back down into routine, having some sort of a grounding thing. Routine is the grounding piece, okay? Maybe he doesn't know that yet, and that's okay. right? So show me another one. Let me just reset this machine here real quick. There's Rolling Stones in the background, Start Me Up, great tune. When you're my age, you know all these good tunes from back in the day and you had older brothers. All right, my man, smash it. Okay, cool. So let's see what, well, give me one more. I don't know, TrackMan's gonna get that one. It needs a bit of, well, so it got club head speed, okay? Got club head speed, it got club path. So here's what's cool, guys. So pretty fast, mister. Okay, you'll be faster, right? So you got smash factor 0.8, that's not good. You mishit it. Okay, attack angle, positive 1.2. Is it, when a ball's on the ground, guys, think about this. We want the circle of our swing to be disrupted. By what? The ball and the stuff you're sitting on, standing on. You with me? You want the circle of your swing to be disrupted. I'll explain in a second. I'm gonna explain now because I'll forget. Okay, so he smoked his first one. Smoke him if you got him. Really didn't take a divot, did he? Okay, so here is a disrupted circle. See that little pink piece of tape? If I take that pink piece of tape and I kind of step on it some, that is a little ahead and a little in the ground. I want you guys to be very aware that a good golf swing is going to be disrupted nicely by a ball melting, sizzling. Use good descriptive words, you'll play better. Off the club face, piercing toward the target. You think I'm silly, and I am a little silly, but guys, when you can kind of look at stuff and you can be descriptive of your intent, you get way better. If you're nebulous about where the ball is going to go and what it may do, you'll always suck. Okay, do you have intent? Do you make a plan? I don't know, I hope you do. So this is a circle that's sort of in the ground. If I swing this high speed, this club travels around that, what's it going to be disrupted by? Hopefully a ball and then the ground. And what's that called? A divot. I'm not really trying to hit down on it. Any club traveling on this part going that way is traveling downward, isn't it? Yeah, maybe that touches the ball, and then the ball actually helps it go on the ground because of deflection. When something lofted hits something stationary, there's one thing gets pushed one way, one thing gets pushed the other. You tracking where I'm going with that deflection? If a Ferrari hits a dump truck, the nose of the Ferrari is going to get shoved into the road some more, isn't it? The dump truck's going to be like, what the hell was that? Okay, hit another one. Let me show you where I'd go with this guy. Athlete, what'd you play? Soccer or something like that? Basketball, okay. Nice. Ash. Okay. Ash can hit it. So we had a positive club path, 2.8 degrees. That means the club, when it touched the ball, was traveling a little bit to the right. That's a nice number. I'll tell you what number is a curse if you have it. A club path that is 0.0. Say you're able to come up here in front of the fancy orange box and put up 10 0.0 club paths in a row. You know why that's a curse? Anybody want to take a shot?
Because you don't hit it straight every time.
Of course you won't. It'll be a disaster. So here's why. So you put a nice club path on that. Okay, there's swings generally pretty good. Your hands, you got hands of stone, brother. Rebar hands. We're going to fix that, okay? But here's my point. Say, for example, I had this lovely old guy come to the camp years and years ago, stepped up, I've never seen it before, like swinging at 80 miles an hour with his driver. Shit, he was about 80, okay? I had a 90-year-old who could swing 90 a couple years ago. That was unbelievable. Amazing. So this 80-year-old puts up 3 0.0 club circles in a row. The swinging roundness of his swing shape, guys, 0, 0, 0. Wow, that's consistent. You know what's consistent about it? It sucked. Why? Because if the face is pointed 2 degrees to the right, where's the ball go? 2 degrees to the right. And then does it have any curve? Yes, it does. Because the face starts the ball and the path curves the ball. So the ball starts to the right of 0 and then curves to the right. Hey, I sliced it, Martin. Why'd I slice it? Then he puts up a 0 and a 0, give or take, and hits a bullet, perfect shot. Then he puts up a 0 with a face shut 2 degrees. What happened to that ball? He hooks it. Is his swing broken, guys? It needed to be oriented differently. If you can take a 0 guy, which is massively a goal for most, because one of your paths was a 0, so it made me think of the story, And you can orient the guy one way or the other always. Now he's got a buffer to play the ball back onto a target line. That's why DJ, they asked DJ his answer was hysterical, right? Because I think DJ is only allowed to answer sentences with 7 words or less, right? Because 8 words is like exhausting for him or something. Couldn't do this. But they said something to the fact that DJ, did you play any intentional draws off the tee last year? And he goes, nope, I hooked a couple. So he didn't try to hit one draw off the tee in all of 2020 or whatever, because I think it was last year they had 2021, they asked him. So he played a path buffer the whole time, okay? You see my point where I'm going with this, guys? Pick a curve. Pick a 0 line. 0, TrackMan, and you know, I use a Foresight all the time down there, and we use a TrackMan. And all it knows is 0, wherever you aim it. That's all it knows. And then a club can either travel inside out, outside in, up or down. That's all it knows. You guys have to pick a direction, left or right of 0. Because if you can pick something left or right of 0, say we do something like this. May I? Sorry, I'm stepping into your lesson. Come here for a sec, Ash. Doing great, man. Say I do this, guys, and I have a leftward bias, which everybody thinks is, oh, that's not good. It's pretty good for Jack Nicklaus and Lee Trevino, let me tell you. If the club's traveling left of 0, 3 or 4 degrees every time, guess what? The face can have some error in it. The face can travel just a little less left, 1, 2, or 3 degrees, and guess what they get? Playable golf shots. Not the ones that drive them crazy, like the old man having 0.0 paths with a face being pointed to the right 2 degrees and hitting a pushy fade, or the smothery hook with a perfect swing shape. You tracking what I'm saying? Pick one, you'll get way better. And if it's not sexy, who cares? You know what is sexy? The score. That's sexy. Find a reliable pattern for you. People will say, which one should it be, Martin? I go, I always teach people how to hit a draw because it's kind of built in. And then after that, you decide what you're more comfortable doing. Most high-speed players are more comfortable hitting a fade. Okay, and as we get a little bit older, I start teaching older guys how to hit hooks, just sling it out there a bit. Okay, now back to the lesson. Come on in here for a sec. Hit a couple more. So that was an 83 mile an hour swing. And let's see, do we have an attack angle on that one? Yeah, he hit down 3. So hitting down 3 is 1 minute on a clock is 6, guys. That's a 6 degree, okay, 1 minute. So he hit down half of a minute. 3, 4, 5, a little bit of descent. Now, do you have to intentionally hit down, or do you just have to have your circle in the right place? You see what I'm saying? I don't actually hit down on anything. I get me in a place where my circle's on the way down. Okay? Sometimes that's a light bulb for students, right? You don't actually have to mash down on anything. The only ones I kind of hit down on, guys, like warming up a little bit for you, hitting these, you know, goalposty swings, I will purposely hit down on something I want to do what? Hit it low. Would you say? Oh! He didn't say that, did he, Ash? Okay, damn, you're going to get into this. You got me fired up. All right, let's finish this lesson. I'm going to tell you, remind me, okay? So get set here. Give me another. Hit down and make it go up, he says. Oh, no. Take a look. You look great now. Awesome. I'm going to show Ash a little bit of routine and a little bit of priming. Yeah, you look nice. Okay, so Ash is a flusher, super fast. Let's see what you got. 84.6 miles an hour. Attack angle down 2, club path to the right 3. So that ball wanted to draw some, okay? So a draw is kind of built in, and Ash is doing a great job. Okay, so let's see, 84 point, what are you swinging, bud? 8. Yeah, so that's pretty fast. So I'd say a tour player hitting an 8 iron, which I'm not, I'm an old man, okay? A tour player hitting an 8 iron swings about 88, well, geez, these kids these days, it's crazy. But when you watch the difference here, guys, what's this called? Did Ash do any of these? He didn't, did he? Okay, this is lubricating, man. Okay, you're a stud athlete. You can move this thing a little faster. So let me give one a bit of a wallop out there. And that was a little necky, not gonna lie, it wasn't flushed. So don't make this old man just swing at 4 miles an hour faster than you, because I did. Okay, see what I'm saying? You got a little salt and pepper in there, but you're a pretty young dude. Get over here for a second, come on. Okay, put your good hands on there. So before you step into this thing, I want to show him how to prime it so he can be better when he actually plays. So priming zone, Ash, right here. Come on back, Good, just don't smash TrackMan. It's happened before. Okay, face me. Normally I'd prime right where this machine is. Okay, that's the only weird thing about a TrackMan is it kind of right there. Put your good hands on it. Okay, and he's putting his golf tips. He's got his golf tips kind of inked on his arm right there. Right up his here, head down, followed through. Okay, right? So hold his club off the ground. Good. Now how about in your primer, bud, we kind of go and kind of feel this a little bit.
Okay.
And then how about we take a kind of a rhythmic event where our eyes are just semi-focused and our brain is really kind of tuned in with this relaxing sensation of something that could potentially touch the ground. Nothing you want to plant tomatoes in, but could potentially touch the ground. I call it air divots, so watch.
Okay.
I don't take divots on practice swings. I never touch the ground on a practice swing. And for heaven's sakes, don't be a thumper with a driver. No thumping with a driver, none of this. I hear people take with a driver these thumps. Are you supposed to hit the ground with the driver? Then I guarantee you 8 out of 10 of you are gonna go thwap, 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 thwap. Okay? You're gonna piss me off, don't do it. The driver should sound like this. Now you put a ball on a tee there, you're gonna get a little click. But don't just thwap a driver. How are we doing on time? Am I just yawning on? What?
9:47.
Okay, cool. I got a lot to say, man. We'll be done at noon, okay? So here's the thing, guys. His primer, like imagine if he can, because the swing's pretty good. Can we agree on that? It's a pretty nice damn golf swing. Like, way to go. Like it really is. It's got a draw bias to it. Now imagine if say he was priming, did something like this. Say he kind of pulled a little Jack Nicklaus with some, a little bit of heel tapping, a little bit of priming, and watch this too, guys. Watch this little move. What's moving first, the club head or my handle? A little bit of the handle first. So I'd take Ash and say, all right, Ash, I want you to learn how to have a little reverse lag. So this thing can stretch against your way more physically fit body than mine, you dig? Okay, right now you look like it's tax time, man. And you're stressy. You don't know how much you got to write the check for, but you're gonna write the check. And yet you still have pretty good speed, all right? So yeah, so come here for a second. Set that club right here for me. Good. Ready to go? Good. Give me just a sliver of flared feet. Perfect. That was it. Okay, a little bit of salt on the french fries, okay? Set the club almost on the ground, but not quite. Okay, make a backswing. Make a backswing. Make a backswing. Why can't you make a backswing? No, because he's limited in his head right now. Watch.
I guess I could pick it up.
Oh, you could pick it up. You're limited in his head. Watch. Your foot's not in the way. Watch. Waggle, waggle. Watch this. Did I pick it up? I didn't pick it up. My wrists are soft enough that your foot was a mere speed bump in an old age community where it's a 19 mile an hour speed limit. Okay? You see my point? If the hands are the source of motion, your foot's in the way. If my, groovy press into the ground is a source of motion, my reverse lag, then the club can flow a bit more. Okay, come on. Good. Ready? There you go. Good, do it again. You see my point? Okay. See how I'm just trying to add a little leather here, a little flow, and take the rebar out of his hands? The rebar's got to come out of this guy's hands. He's got a very good golf swing. He could be very good. So a little kick in the ass from a coach from time to time. Is a coach supposed to be a placating nice guy? I hope not. The greatest demand the toughest coaching. Okay, a lot of people want to hide from it. Let's be honest. I think that's a Nick Saban. That's not my quote. That's a Nick Saban quote. Okay, it's a good one. So I say it, right? But you want somebody to point out the stuff that can be better. And in his case, he's got a nice golf swing. What needs to be better? The buggy whip of things. The rhythm. I want you to go look at Ben Hogan videos, okay? And this is why. You're going to see this. You're going to see Hogan go. Arnold Palmer, throw the dart down. Don't take up smoking just to look cool. Okay, to do. So then you're going to see them set up like Arnie's thinking about all the ladies in the audience watching them. Ben Hogan's just thinking about the target. But anyway, the motion is, there's a big motion that creates more speed. A lot of times, guys, if I just speed up the golfer at my camp back there, you know how I speed them up? I speed up their backswing. Not club head first, handle first. So when you speed up a handle first, this club head starts to take on a little life of its own. What does that do to our body? Stretches us nicely, gets our muscles in the right place at the right time. I will never tell you to slow down ever. I will never tell you to keep your head down ever. Okay? Ash, hit one more, bud, or miss one more. I don't expect you to perform great with this because it wouldn't be fair to you. Put your good hands on. Keep the club a little off the ground. Now, Ash, take a look to your left, man. There's a target out there somewhere. Okay? Put that target in your head for me. Hit one or miss one. Take a look and then look back at the ball and go. Okay, good try. Okay, so coaching, guys, I wish it was pixie dust. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
You get my point?
Yeah, for
okay.
sure.
Relax, muscles. Okay. Coaching isn't pixie dust, guys. Coaching is, hey, here's a challenge. This is what I want you to kind of work on. Now, how would he get way better? It's not necessarily hitting a million balls. Imagine if he took his priming action and he put this little sense of developing that into his priming action. He would get way better, way faster, eventually, right? Because it's not magic. You see my point, guys? Cool. Ash, thanks for suffering with me here, bud. Tour striker water bottle. Where'd he go? Here you go. It's heavy. I don't want to kill anybody. Cool. Guys, questions in this last little I can't believe how fast these things go. It's crazy. Questions, potential issues. Yes.
I've heard you talk about before not resting the club head
Yes.
on the ground to get that tension out of the swing.
Amen. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Watch. Pulled it a bit. Okay. What's that?
I said fuck.
Awesome. No, but here's the thing, guys. That's an elevated golf ball. What's the benefit of having an elevated golf ball? That's crazy elevated. But think about this, and here's the boo-boo a lot of y'all make with a driver. So there's a ball on a tee. Here's a ball on a tee. Would it make sense for me to walk up to this big tee and center the driver right underneath that tee? Would it make any sense? Can I hit that ball? Okay. Then why does it make sense for me to center this driver on this one and try to hit that ball? You seeing this here? Who's slow? Who didn't get it? Put your hand up if you're slow. Okay, I'm joking. But watch. When we do this with people, we don't give them their driver because they're going to maybe break the thing, but notice how I'm creating what? I'm creating a radius. Something mildly reliable, okay? Something that maybe the circle of this swing, guys, can hit that ball. Maybe. Okay, I got to be careful with this one. I got to aim left to the field goal post because if it hits it, come ricocheting back. So now to your question, is this club on the ground, guys? No, it's not. I may tap the ground to kind of have that sense of where it's at, but this event, okay, so that event, I'm trying to create a radius for success. So now about an iron, same kind of thing. And this is, now we got Billy Joel on back there. I love it. Okay, these are my people. All right. So as I settle in here, and you guys, what do you notice? When's the club on the ground? You tell me, guys. Yeah, when it's disrupted. When the ball is, when it gets disrupted by the ball and touching the grass. That at any point I go, how am I going to do there? I'm not. Great question. Did I answer it?
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else?
Hover for all the clubs.
Always. Even a putter. Watch. Tap, 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 tap. Never set the putter in the ground. Tap, 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 tap. Find that little happy space and go. 4. Questions? Somebody's got something.
When you come in the lineup in club face, I noticed you have to use just one foot.
Yeah.
And then you kind of come in.
If I had 3, I'd use them, but I have, okay. So I always just profess this walking routine ad nauseum to the group of golfers that comes to see me, because everybody sucks at golf. I'm no different. We all suck at golf to different degrees, okay? I suck a little bit less because I have a better routine every time and lets me relax a little bit, gives me a higher probability of success. So the routine ad nauseum is prime it. What the hell's prime it mean? Well, if you're one of these guys that whips it inside and comes over the top, how about we prime something different? Wouldn't that be nuts? Prime something different. Okay, who's a big steep slicer here? Anybody? Gotta be. Half of you probably are. Okay, good, steep slicer, okay? So prime this feel. A little Matthew Wolf. There it is. That's slow, that easy, that's primed. You just did something, guys, that if you do that, you play golf, you're gonna do that 40 times. Because golf athletically takes about 40 seconds. That's it, 1 second times 40 swings. The rest is made up of bad chipping and putting. Okay, it's 40 seconds of athleticism. So if you, every time you prime before you hit one, and, you know, and if you're busy, you don't do it. I mean, walk up and hit it. But my point is, the walking routine's the same way to me. I kind of get even with the ball. I take a little step so that I can build some structure in my lead arm and aim the face over my intermediate target. Then I set my feet for ball location. And then I try to put the rhythm and weight of the club in my hands, take another look, okay, and hit a shot. And if it's any good, I make sure I'm posing for a bit, okay? But see, it's every time. Don't miss it. You had a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, when you watch videos and everything about everything on, you know, YouTube or
Yeah.
to easily hit a draw, you kind of draw your right foot back a little bit, but I don't notice you do that at all.
No.
So can you talk about that? Just
Yeah, sure.
why you don't, or why
So
you
here,
do that?
oh yeah, happily. So I'm gonna do this question and one more. Okay, guys? I'd talk longer, but I got a kid to pick up at an ice rink. And I got some prizes to give away too. So those question answers, you better have, you guys already won something. So watch this. So I'm gonna draw my right foot back to hit a draw. It's back, okay? 4! Why didn't it draw?
The zeros?
Yeah, right? I touched the golf ball with a face that was sort of pointed, kind of straight. Let me do this in case I hit this thing. Because they will come back with high heat. So, a draw, guys. Where do you want the ball with the driver? Way up in the stance? How about this? What's this ball gonna do, guys? Yeah, is it gonna go low? Okay. Did it go low? Not really. Why did it start more right and draw? Because the ball back here gets hit on a tangent out to right field. Don't I need something going to the right to friction the ball back to the left? Do I even have a chance to hit a draw with the ball forward in my stance? Watch. Is that forward in my stance? Okay, I can't draw the ball, but I can do this. Why? It's the only way I can touch it when it's too far forward. You hit it way later in the circle. You win a prize, sir. Okay, so hitting a draw. Here's how you hit a draw. Watch closely. You ready? Listen. Did you see it? Did you hear it? Okay, here's how you hit a shitty slice. Did you hear it? How about now? Why can I draw it from here? Because the club is close to the ground, well within the zero line, and any kind of rotation for my body is going to make a club go inside out. Not necessarily closing the face. See, people try to draw it the wrong way by doing this. Whapping a face closed late. Right? Okay, I feel like a preacher on Sunday. Can I get an amen, brothers? Okay, thank you. See where the club is right here? It's low, late. So when it's low, late, what does rotation do to the path? Kicks it inside out, can't help it. I don't talk about club paths so much, I talk about club orbit. Club orbits from the base of a triangle. I'm trying to get Ash to be a little bit more relaxed, a little more clickety-clack. Here's the, so you hear the click right away? No, here it'd be Ash. So see how the weight of this thing is putting a flex on my hands? What's that called? Flexion, bowing, whatever you want to call it. That bow doesn't get held and stayed, that bow flattens. But by the time it's bowed and thrown, the club has gotten a little lower to where the orbit can kick into a draw. Now you can, sure, you can do this. And here's another one I love. Now you're getting me fired up, and I'm getting back to you, by the way. I didn't forget about you. You fired me up, okay? Watch. How about, so we talked about practice swings with the driver. And I love this. Oh, I love this. Love this. I even love this more. I'm swinging inside out. That'd be fine if the ball was there, but we're going to put it here. So what are we doing with that? What is that? Come on, people. Okay, don't swing inside out. Learn to let the weight of the club go somewhere where it can orbit inside out. Okay, you tracking where I'm going with this? Okay. Also, now, what's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan got me here. Do you hit down to make it go up? Hell no, you don't hit down to make it go up. But, okay, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, because guess what? For a long time, most of the earth thought the world was flat, right? What's that? I guess you're right, yeah. Here's the thing. There's loft on this. I can do this. I can hold this loft here. I can aim this loft. I can kick it, freak you right out. What'd the ball do? Went up, didn't it? Okay. So if I'm a hell of a chipper like this, by the way. Just kind of aim it at that tent stake. Give it a little kick. Did it not pop up in the air, guys? Yeah. Did I make this go down to make it happen? No. So again, let's not use the rubbish earth is flat thoughts. It's not about trying to hit down. I do hit down on shots, guys, if I'm trying to do something, say like a club pro guy. His punch out game is elite. Okay, so if I'm trying to hit one really low, I may hit down. But do I want to play that shot very often? But it went up. Okay, so I changed dynamic loft a ton, hit it really low. To make it go up, guys, we just got to trust that the loft will do that, and that the bottom of our circle is not the ball. The bottom of our circle, okay, gets disrupted prior to us getting there by the golf ball on the ground, and the ball flights a little bit more up as a result of something traveling on the circular journey to the ground. So I don't artificially ever try to hit down. See where we're going with that? Cool. Good, good, good. What time we got, Kev? 10:04. Ladies and gentlemen, no ladies, but thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Isn't it crazy how fast an hour goes? I always say, what the hell am I going to talk about? And I could talk to you all for 2 more hours. I mean it. I really could. So I massively appreciate you guys. I'm a coach. I can't help myself. I love this game. I appreciate Kev. You can put your hands together for Kev for doing this. Kev, thanks, buddy. The Raven's fantastic. If y'all have a problem with the Raven, you're crazy. This place is amazing. And Chris, the superintendent, and the girls are fabulous. So you guys, thank you. There is the passion for the game and learning stuff. There's so much available to you out there. A lot of great coaches now, because the education for it's way better. You know, I started back in the day when you didn't have measuring anythings. You just kind of figured it out a bit, and people got pretty good anyway. Right nowadays, just put your attention. I'm going to post this on YouTube too. Put your attention to the routine. What are you working on? That little moment where you can prime something, because if you prime it one time during the round and you play, and then you hit 40 more shots, you prime it 40 times, and then play 10 rounds, now you've trained in a pattern 400 times. You're going to get better. You can, and don't waste time here. 3 things, guys. Silliness, skillful shots, low, high, hooks. Challenge the buddy, challenge the dude you don't even know. Hey man, you got 5 minutes? Let's see who can hook it the most. Like, do silly stuff, figure it out. Okay, then technique. Okay, what are you working on with your wrist conditions and your arms? Fine, do that for 15 minutes. And then finally challenge yourself. Say, I'm not leaving this damn range until I land, you know, 6, 8 irons over that bunker with the blue till it gets to the blue flag. Not leaving. Put a little heat on yourself. 3 pieces of any good practice session. All right? Good. And then if you want, come take a lesson from one of my assistants, because I'm pretty booked. You guys, thanks so much. Appreciate you. Hit down to make it go up. Jeez. Here we're